How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Thursday's Weekly Aksys Stream. My name is Sammy. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday.
素直じゃねえとこまでアマリアにそっくりだなお前は。
Oh boy. Ugh. Really good.
わかった。行く。
What was that sound? Wow! Wow! My Eugene? My Eugene? It can't be! Lily. Lily, you sweet summer child. He needs to die. Like, he needs to go. I'm sorry. That's it. Like, you know, it's been a really long time since I've seen, like, this worthless of a character. It's really been a while. It's impressive, honestly. Eugene legitimately causes all the problems in the game because he legit makes the wrong move every single time. Literally every single time. It's impressive, really. He's my dad. I know how worthless he is the most out of anybody in this world. Ah! Wait, sorry, you clicked through it too fast. Oh no, he's dead. Oh, he's double dead. Oh, there you go. Man, that sucks. I kind of wanted Gil to kill him. I kind of wanted Gilbert to kill him. Oh! Also dead. This guy Sudaken's pretty good, isn't he? This guy Sudaken's pretty good at his job. I have to say. I wonder if he's got more roles. Yeah, I wonder if he continues the work after. Really looking forward to this up and comer. Oh man, this character rules. This is so boring. I'm going to walk away and hope and pray that you guys figure out something better so that this will be more interesting later on. Speaking of JRPGs, that is some real JRPG boss. Yeah, the twins. Hi. Give Lily a gun. This is legit turning into some RPG shit. Oh! Yeah, I know, that smile's vicious. I'm very good at picking the wrong decision. At the points where it looks like they're both pretty even, I'm very good at picking the wrong one. Oh, she does have the tragic mom braid. Oh no, Lily! Undo your hair this instant. Yeah, it is pretty sad. I kind of didn't buy it until this very end bit. The more tragic part is not actually Lily forgetting, but more that he won't let go. Where he's just like, yeah, I know it's like kind of selfish, and I know I kind of like put her in harm's way by keeping her around me most of this time. But honestly speaking, like I just don't want to. I don't want to forget. I don't want to forget, and I don't want to move on. And like I'm just being selfish in that regard. Yeah, let's do that. Let's open some drawers, sure. But yeah, while we're doing this, we can sort of talk a little bit about how Gil's route went. Overall, like for what I got out of the tragic ends, overall I really liked this route. I think that it didn't share as much of what I really liked about the previous route in Faded Memories, which is why I kind of chose this one, which was that it was like all of these people were kind of like working together, and it wasn't Prologue versus each other, but like Prologue versus like this extra thing put together. So in that respect, I was sad that the story wasn't angled that way. However, for what it's worth, ending, at least the tragic end, I don't know the good end. The tragic end serves the story really well because It was just surprising to me at the very beginning because I was like, I thought she had died, and then afterwards I was thinking, oh, you know, like it probably would have been more tragic that she would have just died to the sword, but there wasn't like really an opportunity for Gilbert to like sort of kill Yuan at any sort of point before then. It's not like that was legitimately the only way that they could have dealt with Yuan at the time. So I do think that like probably the amnesia ended up being a little bit more story based because the entirety of the story for Lily and Gil is that they just never get the time to spend with each other because Gilbert is like legit dealing with Visconti shit the entire time. The entire route of the story is Lily and Gil wanting to be in a relationship, like do relationship things, but not ever having the time or ability to. And it was largely because Gil wanted to go to Chicago. He wanted to get out of Italy or get out of Berlone. And he knew that to a degree he was asking a lot of Lily because she would be giving up basically her entire life to stay with Gilbert. So he was asking so much of her. And in the meantime, he was trying so hard to like make it a thing that's worthwhile for her. He wanted to make sure that when they moved to Chicago, that the whole family was set up, she was set up, that she didn't have to worry about anything. And the entire time he was like doing all of these things to make it happen. He was kind of like not in any malicious or sad way in any sort of degree actually, but in a pretty natural sort of like, unfortunately, like this is what it has to be in order to make a better future. Because if they did stay, Mussolini would eventually make the lives for the mafia hell in Berlone. So like leaving was still the better option. And he did want to make sure that everybody who would leave with him in the Visconti to Chicago would eventually transition well so that they wouldn't struggle once they made it to the United States. So everything that Gil was doing was technically right, but the consequences of it were still bad, which is that Lily felt like she never ever got to spend time with Gil. And so she finds time with all of these other projects. She starts working for she starts helping Oliver, she starts helping Luca, right? All sort of like she knows that like helping Luca will eventually in turn just help the Visconti because Luca's working with the family so well. She wants to work with Oliver more often to let some of this like simpler stuff off of Oliver's back so he can focus on important stuff. And then so basically like all this time she's basically trying to help the Visconti, and at the very end she like ends up forgetting all about it. So it's like, you know, she spends the entirety of the game basically like wanting for Gil and working for the Visconti, and at the very end it like kind of just goes all by the wayside because of Eugene, essentially. If you were to say anything that's maybe the biggest like tragedy, like the biggest issue that Gil created, was that he just never killed Eugene himself. Like at every given point, there were like 3 or 4 times in which Eugene probably should have been killed by Gilbert, because Gilbert is consistently recognizing that Eugene is doing nothing for him. Not only doing like actively being a thorn in his side by asking for stuff all the time, by going into cahoots with Yuan. He just knew that consistently there was just going to be this issue looming over him, so as long as he was going to be in the vicinity. And I think that, like, to some degree, Gilbert was hoping to just legit ignore it the entire time, hide the drugs, and then eventually just moves to Chicago and just strand him there and just like not care about what he does afterwards. He harbored some family love for him still and couldn't to completely getting it, like denouncing him, killing him, getting him out of the way. And that's what kind of probably eventually caused the amnesia. So maybe like, yeah, I think that's like, I think that for this route, at least, I'm very happy that like Piofiore keeps what I think it's its best mark. In my opinion, I think to me, this is Piofiore's best mark, which is the bad routes are great. The bad routes are fantastic for the most part. The bad routes make sense, but the bad routes make sense. The bad routes have backing. To me, at least, if that's what it's, if creating a slightly longer bad ending is what is needed to create a more cohesive story, I think I'm pretty for it. Because I don't think there's anything that makes me sadder about playing a bad ending more than feeling like I didn't deserve it. Look at him! Why'd they make him look so good? He does not look like a kid in this. Like, it's a glow up over like 3 or 4 months. I'm telling you, 1936 is gonna go crazy. Are there less letters on the, Oh, we are counting down. All right. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't know how advent calendars work. Yeah! Oh, no way. They dressed them up? No way. Yeah, no, it's... I was tearing up a second ago. Holy shit. I'm gonna tear up again. Oh my god. This is, yeah. This might be the best CG in the game. I love them. They're my favorite characters. They're just the best. I don't know how on earth they ever made it so that the children are my favorite characters in a game or in anything ever. I don't know if that's ever happened. These two are my favorite characters in the game. And it's by like a large margin. Like, I love them. I love the twins. They're my favorite character. The twins are what I want in 1936. Like, I want 1936 made for Luca, Leo, and the twins. Oh man, that CG was incredible. That was the best CG in the game. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Go play some video games if you haven't. Enjoy yourselves, please. And hopefully I get to see you guys next week. Take it easy.